Welcome back to our Capture 2019 tutorial series. In this episode, we are going to take a closer look at smoke on stage. In Capture, smoke is handled with something called smoke boxes. Each smoke box represents a region of smoke that you can manipulate. Smoke boxes are represented in Capture by a small cloud icon, a cloud widget. If you click on it, you can select the actual smoke box. By zooming out in a live view, you can see the grid representation marking the outlines of the smoke box. Often when designing, widgets like smoke boxes can get in your way, so it's convenient to be able to hide them. This can be done in the View Options menu by checking or unchecking the Widgets option. In several of my tutorials, I had already unchecked this in order to not confuse you unnecessarily. But for this tutorial, we definitely want the widgets to be visible. By clicking on a smoke widget, we are able to access its properties in the Design tab. There are a few key properties that you will be using often. The first one is the density setting. This allows you to select the amount of smoke, from imperceptual to maximum. Another useful setting is the variation. When the variation is set to 0, we have a perfect haze, whereas when the variation is set to 100%, there are patches that are completely free from smoke. When the variation is higher than 0, it may also be interesting to adjust the speed of the smoke. This is the speed of animation of smoke. At full, it's quite windy on stage, and at 0, it's actually completely standstill. Now, one of the reasons we call them smoke boxes is that you can actually add more of them. This is interesting in order to create layers of smoke on stage. By default, every Capture project comes with an auto-sizing smoke box. That means that if I move something in the design and expand my virtual room, the smoke box will expand and follow. So unless you decide to manipulate the position and dimensions of your smoke boxes, this is not something you need to care about. But in this tutorial, we want to make full use of the smoke boxes. Therefore, I am going to disable the auto size property of this smoke box. And as a result of that, I can now manually move it, as well as resize it. So I can create a smoke box that is 10 meters by 10 meters by 10 meters and place this exactly where I need it to be. So this way I can have part of the stage have smoke and the other not. Another useful property is the edge softness. When edge softness is set at full, the smoke box transitions in and out around its edges, whereas if I set it at 0, you can see a very sharp edge where the smoke box ends. Let me increase the softness a little bit again and take a look at adding an additional smoke box. If you want to add additional smoke boxes or you have deleted the default one by accident, you can always go to the library's built-in section, scroll down to the bottom where you will find the smoke box. Drag and drop it into your design to add additional smoke boxes. A good example of using additional smoke boxes could be to have one smoke box with 0 variation, that is a perfect haze at low density, to create a general ambient haze in the entire room while having a more intense atmospheric setting at a certain part of the stage. This is also a good setup in larger venues for musical entertainment shows where you might have smoke machines on stage that don't actually create the same amount of smoke in the full auditorium. In addition to this, it is also possible to patch smoke to DMX. This is done using the patch property at the bottom here, and I will refer you to the reference manual on more details on the actual possibilities with this but it does make or give you the ability to change the appearance of the smoke throughout a show in concert with the programming of your lights. Thank you for watching, and see you soon again.